Well, hello, Stampers. It's the Pampered Stamper, and happy Wednesday to you. Wednesday means that it's time for stamping through my stash. So, what happens is I ink up every stamp in the set, and I use every die in the set. And the reason I do this, I want to make sure that everything is in good working order because you have a 3-month guarantee from Stampin' Up. And it inspires me. I find that once you ink up your stamps, you are far, far more likely to use your purchase. Especially, I know your little secrets. I know that there are some gatherers around there who just love to, gather lots of beautiful stamps and then at the end realize that they have some that haven't seen any ink. So I want to help you get into the habit of inking up all your stamps and using all your dies. I'm just going to make sure, yeah, all is well. I want to make sure that my settings are good on my, there, a little bit brighter. Yes, so my name is Jackie Vandersar Boot, and I am a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator in Canada and in Europe. My demonstrator name, because everything is not yet official for tax documents, is still Jackie Bolcha in Canada and Jacomina Bolcha in the Netherlands. So if you're looking for me on the demonstrator locator, that's where you would find me. However, that's not what you're here to listen to. You are here to see what we're going to do today. So let's take a look. And I want to show the Merriest Trees stamp set and the dies. Now I am going to be using my Stamparatus. I love that thing. I still have a few left in Canada, so if you don't have one and you would love that great tool, let me know. So I'm just going to slide the dies over here because there are some great ones. And I have to confess something. I have spent about an hour looking for a missing die. The die for this little bow has fallen or something. I can't find it anywhere. So, and I have looked on the back of my Stamparatus because sometimes it sticks to magnets. So it's not there. So I'm just going to lay all the dies. And there's a whack load of beautiful, I'm just going to move the Merriest trees for a minute because I'm going to stamp them in a minute. There's lots of beautiful trees. And what is especially nice about this is I think that it makes for great art that you can put on the wall. I haven't made anything with it yet because I haven't used this stamp yet. But I was thinking about that right away. I'm just bringing some more over. Well, I also love this great big tag. And then along with the tag is this thing. Wait till I show you how that works. That's a really cool thing. Here is a little topper. So you can use these three to create a layered dimensional tree. And then we have all these squares for presents. Here is the little bow and some more little present thingies. And then we have two of these. And I will show you what those are for. Look at this. They go with this stamp right here. And what's really cool, what I would not have known if I didn't try, so you can stamp the ornaments in there or you can stamp the little stars. So let me slide those over. Oh, yeah, here. And there's 3 of these ornaments dies. And what's really nice about that is that I find it can be really finicky stamping out those little things. It all looks great, but it takes so long, but it doesn't have to. So I was really excited about that. And look at this. This is another really neat thing. There's just so many things to discover here that excite me. And that's a good sign. All right, so here is the die from that I was showing you. And then look at this. Save these little guys and you have some holly berries. So there's a double use. So take a look. You take this and you fold it in half. There's a little score line and look, it just goes across like that. And you have this amazing detailed die. And instead of having to fiddle with just a little piece to put on the front, it goes front and back. And it also makes it sturdier when it's hanging. So I think you could also use this to make some vintage ornaments for your tree. So already, just by doing a few die cuts, I have just been so inspired. So I used our gold and silver adhesive backed paper. And look at this. Look at this one. And then, do you know how our gold stars were on back order? Look at this. How pretty is that? You don't have to buy embellishments. You can make your own. And see, here are all the pretty little ornaments. So we're going to decorate our tree. And then here, if you just want to stamp the little, what would you call that? A snowflake? A little star? Anyway, it's really cool. And then here is the, can you see the detail? There, yeah. So we're going to use a blending brush and get that, like, you can make this whatever color you want, but this is your Christmas tree stand, okay? Or it could be the trunk of your tree as well. And then the last one I wanted to show you is, whoopsie, is this one. And it cuts the little garlands. And I haven't, one that fell out. The backing came off. I'm just grabbing this, sorry. Look how pretty this is. See how detailed it is? So we're going to stamp the trees now, and now we have our garland that we can put on the tree, and we have our ornaments. And then we're going to see what we're going to do with it, because I haven't made a card yet. We're going to have to do it together. All right, let me move all this stuff. So I've shown you all the dies. I'm going to move them out of the way, because I haven't shown you. I'm just going to pause. You don't need to see me and hear me do all that. Okay, I thought I'd better do this little tree stand before I forget. So I'm going to use pecan pie and a small blending brush. And I don't know how this is going to look, but yeah. I didn't do my usual go starting off the edge, so I do have some clunks of color, which isn't great. I could also have just used pecan pie cardstock, but I thought this gives it a little bit more of a texture if you have the shading. See, so look at that. I'll get rid of my ugly grid paper there. So that's cool. We'll put that aside and maybe we'll use it later, but now I haven't forgotten. So now I'm going to ink up. So here are the tree dies. So here's the big one. I'll get rid of that little piece of gold. And then, so we've got just like Goldilocks and the Three Bears, except it's 4. See, we have 4. And if you want to, look, you can layer that so that it's on top. I thought, maybe not. I was thinking that that's how it works. Yeah, see, that goes on top. Anyway, we'll see if we do that. You can, see, you can get a layered tree so that you have this, see? Now you've got this dimensional tree. If you use dimensions, you could do that. But they also all stamp. So here, I have taken this out. So if I open this up, you can see here are the ornaments that I used and the little bow. I still haven't found the die for that. Oh, and then here you can see the presents too. And I think this is a little, like a little signpost. So that's interesting. I find it really helpful to hear, you know, what all the things are. So now here we have our big trees. I'm going to have to get a big block. Save this skinny piece of plastic, okay? Because once you take your stamps off of here, you're going to put them inside your case, like so. I'm just going to show you for a minute. I'm not going to do them all. And then you put the thin plastic over top to protect them. The thick piece of acetate that the stamps are on, you can save that for making a shaker card. You don't need to put them inside again. Okay, so now you know that. Okay, let's get a big block. Okay, I didn't get a big block, I got a medium-sized block, and I'm going to use cherry cobbler. And I put a bunch of little stamps on this block. And that way I can stamp them all at once. And then you don't have to wait for me to do them all one at a time. So take a peek. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. See, so we have some nice sayings. We have some presents. Now that bow is upside down, but you can put that in there. So that's pretty cool. And now we're going to use the Stamparatus. So here we go. I saved my cutout. And just let me put something underneath here. Okay. So now what I do, I'm going to start with this big tree here. Peel it off. Lay it in the opening. And that looks pretty good. And then I'm going to see this one. It's hard to tell when it's in there. Does this one fit in here? No, that one also has to go on the big one. So, okay, let's close it up. And we're going to use, I think I'm going to use Old Olive, okay? So I know this is slightly, you know what, I'll turn it so that you can actually see what I'm doing. Ink that up. Sorry for the clacking sound. I'm just going to turn it around. Oh, now we have to put the white piece inside, otherwise we'll just be inking up my black mat. There. Now we're going to close it up and give it a press. And let's see. There. Now, because I've never used this stamp set, see how it's got a few little dotty things? That's because the photopolymer is still so new. It's a virgin photopolymer. I'm going to stamp again, let's see, without re-inking, just to get a really light background. And of course, I cut my trees out in white. You can cut them out in one of your greens as well. So here I have it in, it's going to be really light. Here. And now I want to take, now we have to lay this into the corner again. Bear with me, okay? And I would love your feedback. I'm not a very patient person, so sometimes I transfer those feelings to other people, and I think, are you bored with a longer video? Do you like the video step by step, or do you prefer getting straight to the heart of the matter? So look, now I'm going to lay this on, actually, you know what? I don't want to lay it on my stamped image. I want to lay it right in here, like so. And you can see how it's a little bit flexible. There. Now I'm going to flip my plate, take it off, turn it around, and I'm going to pick up that image, and we're going to put the die cut right inside again. And with your clear blocks, you can do this as well. You can see through it. I just love using my Stamparatus. I'm going to go with the same tone on tone. I'm going to go with Old Olive again. And you'll see how this, look at that. And I also think, look how pretty that is. I also think that it would be nice on a green, tone on tone, and then emboss in white so it looks like snow. I think that would be a great idea too. So now we have that one. And in this little guy, I'm not sure. I have a bigger one. Okay. You know what? We'll use a block for this one. I'm just going to find the right size. Okay, so I did a little homework. So here's the saying that says, "We wish you a Merry Christmas," and I assumed that it would fit on this tree. And if you're really careful, it will just fit. So maybe we'll do it to show you. Let's have a look. And then I'm going to share a little nugget of wisdom. Whoops. So yes, it just fits on that little tree, okay? But I thought I'm going to take a look at the catalog. And do you see, here it is, "We wish you a Merry Christmas," and it's on the bigger tree. So that might work too. And what they did here is they white embossed on shaded spruce. And here you can see see how I said it could be a sign. It's also the trunk of the Christmas tree right here, there. So that's cool. And here you can see that die I showed you as the base of the tree, and you can see all the little ornaments and the gold going around. So that's really cool. So don't forget to look in your catalog for ideas. And here the trees are just in several different shades. And then those beautiful little die cuts that I showed you, and it's on the note pattern paper. So that's really cool. And it does give you some tips, right? Multiple images on one stamp, die cuts out separate shapes. So that's pretty cool. So that's one die that cuts out the three things. So that's neat to see. And then, yeah, this is something else. Okay, I just wanted to share that with you. So we're going to do it again here. And now I don't have to worry so much about where it goes on there. Okay, so that's kind of nice to know. I haven't shared all the stamps yet with you, so we're going to get the white piece of paper back in here. And then, oh, here is the little wooden thing that I thought would be a sign, but it's also the tree trunk. So here it is. And here's my stamp. We're going to do pecan pie. And I'm going to see if I can get that. I'm just, there. Oh yeah, see, I still didn't do it right. So let's see. I don't know if I can do this. I'm going to give it a bit of a shadow. Let's see. Oh yeah, see, and that doesn't look too bad at all. And then that would go under the tree, see? How cool is that? And you know what you could also do when you mess up like that is you can just use your blending brush, look, and nobody has to know that you didn't mean it to be that way. Look, because do you really want to make another die cut? Not really. Okay, so we have that. And, oh yeah, I have a star stamp too. Oh, the things that I'm realizing. Okay, we'll peel this one off, and I don't know. I should get yellow for a star, right? Let me get another ink color. Okay, so I got some crushed curry for the star. Because the neat thing about using little stamps is that you can make a nice background with them. And that's a good thing to do. And now here are the little things from the ornaments, and you could make a little snowflake background. See, or even like on a tag. It's just really pretty. And then the last thing I wanted to show you was this saying. Let me just ink it up in olive. And let's see. Hoping your home is filled with the spirit of the season. Isn't that lovely? I made a card with that. I'll show it to you. So here's the card, and then I stamped the saying on Very Vanilla. So you can mix vanilla and white. But I just thought, you know what? Remember to mix your stamp sets. So now it's time to start playing, and I thought it might be fun to put the ornaments and the garland on the tree that we stamped, and then we have to make something with it, because the idea is, of course, that at the end of showing you all the dies and the stamps in a set, that I show you what to do with it. So I'm not sure if we want to use this one or this one. And let's take a look. Here we are. So here I purposely left it in the die, because what happened when I ran it through the die cutting machine is the backing came off automatically. So the stickiness is exposed. So what I need now is my pokey tool, and it's not sitting in the little spot where I see it. It's sitting underneath my stamp case. Okay. Things move around very quickly, and we will have a little party when I find my die. Okay, so I'm just picking this up. This is the second largest one. So, and you could bend them too. I left that one fairly straight. And honestly, I do not know if this product is still available. It was an online exclusive, this adhesive backed glimmer paper. But if it's not available, don't worry, because there is a trick. You can take our regular gold paper and you can put our adhesive sheets in behind it, and then you'll make your own. Okay, so there's always a way, people. And the other trick with the gold paper is you can delaminate it. I'll take a piece and I'm going to show you how to do that, because then it's not as heavy, and if you're adding the adhesive paper in behind anyway, that will work better, because otherwise it's really thick. So I'm just poking that out a little bit and then peeling it out. So you can see what a pretty tree we're making, and it's not a lot of work because one die cuts them all out. See, and I've bent it so that it's curved a little bit. It doesn't have to be straight. That's why we have Stampin' Up! Demonstrators, so that we can share what we learn. Because if you just buy your stamps in a store, you don't get a person to go along with it. Look at that, how pretty. And we don't even have to put ornaments on this tree, but we could put a star on the top. Look at this. It's got something stuck to it. There. This is a pretty star. Look how nice. So here we have our tree. Tree number 1. Nice, eh? Tree number 2, we can also put a star on that. Look at that. I'm thinking Gerard's here really early. It's only 11:45. Okay, I need a glue dot. So I think glue dots are great because they're not messy. And sometimes I have an older glue dot and they're still on the roll. Some of the glue dots have the glue dots on the piece that peels back. So I'm just going to take a glue dot and put it on the top of my tree. And then I'm going to put the star on the top. There we go. And then the same thing with the ornaments. In fact, instead of putting each ornament down, I'm just going to put some glue dots down. And I'm just going to fold them a little bit so that I've got a glue chunk. Let me lift that up so you can see. I've made it into something a little bit ugly. call it a balled up glue dot. You can ball it up right on here too, but it just makes it smaller. Okay, and you kind of want, when you put your glue dots down, you don't want them all in a row. You know how when you let your kids decorate the Christmas tree and then things are kind of out of sync. You kind of want to vary it a little bit. But you know what? If you want a Charlie Brown Christmas tree with the ornaments all kind of funny, that's okay. And I only have stamped ornaments right now, but I was going to cut some out. Oh, see, I forgot to roll this one up. And they really do stick to your fingers, so use your pokey tool. And you know, when you're watching this video on YouTube or so, feel free to fast forward past these boring bits, because you're thinking, oh, okay, I know how she did this now. I don't need to watch her and listen to her yammer. That's okay, I won't be offended. Okay, so now I'm sliding over my ornaments. And see, just like in real life, you can decide whether you want to have a monochromatic tree or if you want all kinds of different colors. I can use the little thing from my tag. You can put bows. It's all okay. But I think I do want to cut some out of the glimmer paper. But let's not do this now. And there is another tip that you can put on your, take your pick tool. And I think I've lost mine. And it's got that little bit of a gummy thing. But I'm going to have to use my fingers, I think. You could also use your tweezers. Look at that. There. I'm just doing it the old-fashioned way. There. I kind of like it that they're only red. Do I want to put a bow? Sometimes we have bows on our tree. Why not? The bows don't have to be just for presents. And I could do, the star's a little bit big, so we're not going to do the star. But do I want to add the blue ones too? I think not. Let's see, maybe. Why not? Now I'm going to have all the red in a blob and then all the blue ones in a blob. Okay, you know what? I'm going to add another one. It gets so complicated, doesn't it, people? Here, I'm going to add, we're going to have too many ornaments on our tree. You know how some trees have so many ornaments you can't see the tree? That's okay. Here. I really like this one. Here. And then we'll do another blue one there. Look at that. I did it. I did it. Now I'm looking for this one in blue and it seems to be missing. Let me find it, okay? Oh my goodness, people, I have had such a squirrel moment. I have been looking all over the place for this ornament in blue. But guess what? I didn't stamp them in blue. I only stamped those stars in blue, and this is the same shape. And I've been like saying bad things to myself. You wouldn't believe it. So yeah, here it is. Not a blue one like this, but next time I will make blue ones in there too, because I think it's really pretty. And then you could take these little things from the tag and add them in too. See how nice that is? So our tree looks pretty nice, if I say so myself. But you should usually not have two of one thing. Usually you need three. But there's our tree. And now, I know I need to stop looking for things. I'm looking for the base that I made. This base that here, we'll just put that underneath. That's the one. And, oh, I found it. Now we're going to put it together. So take a look. And I thought, and I'm not going to cut out all of these. There are dies for these, for the things. There is only so much patience this squirrel has. Okay, and I've reached my limit. But look, see? There you go. They are all there. And you can make a whole stack of presents. It just doesn't end. We've got a square one. And we have this one. And what we do not have is that one because I lost it. Okay, so take joy in the fact that I also lose things. You are not alone. That feels good, doesn't it? Okay, we're going to go back to this. And I think we're going to put this on. And instead of making a card, I think we're going to make a tag. We'll see. So now we want to add just a touch of liquid adhesive. That was a bit much. You don't want it oozing. And then carefully pick it up, lay it in there, close it up, slide it over so that you don't see a white circle underneath. And there we go. There. So we have that. Oops, don't pop up. I'm gonna hold my finger on that for a minute. And then I thought, look, I'm gonna put a little doodad on the bottom of this. So, and we're gonna give that a nice, like so. And there, see, the things can extend the tag. And I thought, and I don't know if the Santa would be nice. Maybe if we do it like this. Maybe we can cut a smaller one, like this one. Then we need to cut another brown one. No, I think it was good the way we had it. See? Like so. And we wish you a Merry Christmas. And Santa. Yeah, that's good. All right, I'm going to commit. Here, just down the middle. There. And I do not have a base for my tree. That's okay. It's so lush, it's flat on. Now we're going to take this and we're going to pop it, but first maybe put the Santa and then I'll know where this should go. Okay. Some dimensionals. Here we go. One here to secure it. One here. It's nice to make something other than a card. And it's also nice to make coordinating things. And maybe this will be an ornament for my tree. We're going to get our tree on Saturday. So, and now the Santa is also going to get popped up. Now, I might have made another Santa, the die cut one out of cardstock so that he'd be stronger, but you know what? Let's be real. It's a tag. But if it's a tag or if it's a Christmas ornament, if it's going to be a Christmas ornament that you're going to keep for years, then I would put another layer of cardstock behind it to make it a bit solid, more solid. There. How cute is that? You can hardly see the tag, but it's enough to hold on to, right? So I've got some twine, and we're just going to double that, like so. It's all looping up on itself. About 6 inches double, I'd say. And then take the loopy part. So you're folding your twine in half, and you've got the loop. Put the loop through the hole, squeeze it a little bit, pull it up, open it up, and pull the twine through. And now you have yourself a nice tag. How cute is that? And here's our other tree. And then I could, if our tree looks kind of sad without a base, I could kind of shove this underneath still. Let's have a look. Oh yeah, look. Does that look better? I think maybe it does. There's our tag. I'll take a photo of it later. If you enjoyed this video, make sure you leave me a comment and a thumbs up and share. That means so much to me. Sharing on social media is the same as old-fashioned word-of-mouth advertising, and that is the lifeblood of a small business. So remember, we're a wonderful stamping community together. I appreciate you. Happy stamping, and the links for the products that I use will be in the description of my video. They are for my Canadian store, so you can just click on them. Or if you live in Europe, send me a message and I will send you a link. Okay, I'm not paying for the link provider here in the Netherlands because it really adds up doing business in 2 countries. So got to save money while I can. And don't forget, this is the latest excitement on the Pampered Stamper channel. I now have memberships. So you can become a member and you'll get even more perks. So besides the free videos that I do every week, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, you can also get exclusive videos on Thursday. And on Friday, there's a training video. So you can choose your level of membership. Check out the video that explains it all. Or go to join underneath. Click on the word join, and then you'll get all the details. How exciting. I hope you're going to be a part of it. Have a super day. Bye.